Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to do this video. We're going to be doing the new palette tag that Samantha March and Ellie Glines created for the second time. I love videos just talking about makeup and like older releases, newer releases. I just like talking about makeup and hearing about makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. So let's just get started. So the first prompt is all-time favorite palette. My all-time favorite palette is definitely Pat McGrath, the Bronze Seduction palette. I go into this palette all the time, especially for this shade here. This will amp up any look, a green look, a blue look, a neutral look. It is just absolutely stunning. I love the shades in this palette. I love Pat McGrath's formula. And this one, like when I get rid of, if I ever get through this shade, I'm buying a new one. I don't care about the price tag. I will be buying a new one. I love it so much and it's definitely a favorite. For a new favorite, I'm definitely gonna count this one. This is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I've been wanting this palette for forever. Seriously, for so long. And as long as it had stayed available, I was like, not today, not today, not today. Then, like, it was a struggle to find this, and then it came back for the last time, and I had to get it. I absolutely love the shades in this palette. It is stunning. And I just love her formula. Like, if you don't own a Natasha Denona palette and you hear so much hype, like, they really are so good. And, you know, this price tag is pretty hefty, so... The next one is Keep for the Memories. Hold on, I forgot one. So I'm going to cheat. I might be cheating a couple times with choosing more than just one palette. So Keep for the Memories is definitely these two. So first we have the Modern Renaissance from ABH. Look how like used this is. I hit pan in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. This was one of my very first high-end purchases. My very first high-end like palette, I believe. And this came out when I was just really getting into makeup, and this blew up. And this is one that I could just, it's just, I don't know, it's special to me. I really fell in love with Anastasia as a brand at that point, mainly with her eyeshadows. And I have quite a few that I've collected since then. But this one's special to me. Even though I think ABH has kind of fallen off for me, this one is very special. The other one is the Tarte and Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I was really into her way back in the day. I loved Bunny so much. And then she came out with her palette. You can see how old this is. And from the very beginning, I was really into these like purpley light. Oh, she's breaking even more. Oh my God. I was really into these purpley tones and that palette gave it to me. It smells so good. And Tarte was an early, a brand early on that I really loved. Not so much anymore, but this one, keeping for the memories. And my boyfriend got it for me for Christmas. So that's extra special. The next palette is underrated. I got a good one. I only ever hear Lauren May Beauty talk about it, and that is the Rowan Quad, the 1111 eyeshadow quad. Just absolutely stunning. I am wearing this one today mixed with another one. Obviously, this is just all shimmer, like not even shimmer. They are like foiled, wet-looking, creamy shadows. Not like overly creamy, but they just give the best sparkle. It's stunning. I haven't tried any of the other quads, but I got this on BoxyCharm's pop-up sale for $18 a couple months ago, maybe more than that. And then I saw it on there again, and I picked up a new one for when I go through this one. It is so beautiful. I have to swatch this. I'm not going to swatch every palette, but this one, like, it's necessary. And no one talks about Rowan or their shadows other than Lauren May Beauty. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, one more. Like, I hope you can see the sparkle and shine and just how they look so wet and foiled. Absolutely an all-time favorite palette. So underrated. If you like a textured, wet-looking eyeshadow look, you will love this. The next prompt, my goodness. This one, I didn't even want to include this one, but like it's very fitting for this tag or for this prompt. That is the, did I even say it? Not a fave, but can't get rid of. That's the prompt. Not a favorite, but you can't get rid of it. That is this Flamingo palette by Violet Voss. I've had this for so long. I do not use this. I never use this, like ever. It's been years since I used this palette. But every time I go pick through my eyeshadow collection and just get rid of things that I'm not using, this, I can't get rid of this for some reason. It is so pretty. It looks very like, it's a very pastel, bright, retro looking palette. I just love the color story so much. I just love to look at it. But I seriously never use this, and it survives every declutter. So I feel like this one was very fitting for this prompt. Favorite collab is the next one. This one was so easy. Super, super, super easy. That is definitely the Dream Street palette from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. Big fan of Kathleen Lights back in the day. She doesn't post that regularly anymore. And I have fallen in love with many different YouTubers, such as Allie Glines and Samantha March. But this palette, I think this is what really introduced me to ColourPop in general, because this also came out in the beginning of like my makeup journey. I hate saying that, but for real. And I loved Kathleen Lights, and this was a beautiful introduction to ColourPop for me. I absolutely love the color story. I use this all the freaking time. I love this, and it's still so good. I actually used it in a different video. So the next prompt is 2021 favorite, and I'm cheating once again. These two. 2021 was a year of luxury makeup for me. I was so into luxury brands, specifically Charlotte Tilbury and Dior. However, I don't have a Dior eyeshadow palette. But the Charlotte Tilbury Smoky Eyes are forever. This is my first palette of like this size from her. Absolutely love this, mainly for this shade. This shade is so reflective, almost looks wet. It is so stunning. And I love like how it's all sorted into 1, 2, 3, 4. I love this palette, and I hate saying it because Charlotte is so expensive. I have her quads. I love her quads, but they are so expensive. But this one, like, got a lot of love for me in 2021. Also, of course, I had to throw this one in there, the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. This palette is dang near perfect. I love cream shadows, so I love that there is cream shadows in here. The mattes are perfect, literally perfect. I wish that this shade and this shade didn't have that sparkle in it. Like, that would have made it extra good. And if there's a black shadow in here, that would have made it even better. But I love this formula of like shimmers, whatever they are. It is gorgeous. There are some that are more metallic, some that are more of that toppery kind of shade, which is formula, which I love, a topper-ish formula. I love a scattered sparkle to the eye. This palette was a huge favorite in 2021. Next, we have the eyeshadow palette that you didn't expect to love. I have two. Once again, we're referencing Natasha Denona. She's really that good. So the first one is the mini Zendo palette. Like, I love her mini palettes. I like collecting them, whether or not that's responsible. And I didn't think that I would love this. Like, the variation of colors, like you have this like deeper kind of purpley shimmer, this light matte shade, this green, this kind of warm pinky-ish shimmer, and then this warmer pink rosier matte shade. Like, I really did not think I would like this. I am wearing this one today with the Rowan Shadows, and I didn't think I would like this, like these two shades together, but these two shades and this one are like the standout from this palette. I mean, obviously they're the most cohesive in the palette, like they're the easiest ones to pair together, but this, I love these shades on my eyes. I think it's so pretty, so romantic. I did not expect to love this, but I love it so much. And then same for the Biba palette. I've heard like a lot of great things about this palette. This palette is in a lot of people's favorites, but you know, it's like once upon a time I wasn't even that into neutrals, but I am so into neutrals now, and this one is just a dream. I love her cream to powder formula. That is her standout in her palettes. You'll hear that a lot when it comes to Natasha Denona, and I just love that there's so many. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. Think 4, yes. And I love them all. This is a perfect palette for every single day. You're not gonna mess it up because the formula is so easy to use and blendable, and girl, I love it. So the next prompt is palette that sparks joy. And once again, I'm cheating with 2 palettes. It's really hard choosing just one, so rather than that, we're just gonna cheat. I'm trying to get comfortable here. So the first one that sparks joy is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. One, this packaging, I have no words. This packaging is stunning. I love the design. Like this just makes me happy. I love to look at it. It fills me with just warm and fuzzy feelings, and I love the color story. It is so unique, and I don't mind that this comes off. That way I can just like use the mirror close up to my eyes without having the whole thing in my face. I absolutely love their formula. I love their shimmers. This color story just, it makes me excited, and I'm so inspired by this palette. I absolutely I absolutely love it. Kaleidos is another one that I think is underrated. Maybe not amongst like people who like more of the colorful shadows. I don't think they do too many neutrals, but this one definitely sparks joy, as well as this. This is a Z palette or magnetic palette full of my JD Glow shadows. This is another one that when I open it up, I'm like, oh, breathless, speechless. I love JD Glow shadows. Like, they are so special. Oh, just fills me with warm and fuzzy feelings as well. Absolutely love. Makes me very excited. The next prompt is the newest eyeshadow palette in your collection. I am doing a twofer once again because they are from the same brand and I bought them at the same time. But these two from Glamlight, the Dirty Martini palette and the Ice Cream Dream palette. Oh! Like, absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty sure Samantha March is the one that made me want to buy it. And Lauren May Beauty made me want to buy this one. But oh my gosh. Beautiful color story. This one is way more fun. Not way more fun, but rainbow. More colorful options. So these are definitely my newest eyeshadow palettes in my collection, and I'm very excited to have them. The last prompt is the first palette you used in 2022. And hear me out, okay? We are cheating again with not just 2, but 3. Because I am one who likes to use a variety of things. I like to feel that I'm using my makeup and not just sticking, I don't know. I just like to dip into other things. And so there is a ton of Natasha Denona in this video. So the Glam Face and Eye palette, the Mini Glam palette, and the Pat McGrath, and nope, what is this? Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad and Interstellar Icon, which looks like this. So I can remember like the first look I did. I definitely used this shade. This is a great transition shade for me. It is perfect for my skin tone. I love it very much. And I mixed these two matte shades from the Mini Glam palette for like a winged out look, and then added sparkle with this beautiful shade here. It is absolutely stunning. So I feel like a cheater. I feel like I'm just cheating, but what can I say? I like to mix and match my eyeshadow palettes and use them all at once, as many as I can at one time, to make a look that makes me happy. So yeah, these are the first eyeshadow palettes that I use in 2022 for the same eye look. So I feel like I can get away with this one. So that is the eyeshadow palette tag part 2 from Samantha March and Allie Glines. I was really happy to do this video. I just like talking about makeup, hearing other people talk about makeup and their favorites and what they like. And I think it's fun and interesting. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe before you leave. And I will see ya in the next one. Bye!